We were talking about being on a reality show and it being a win-win for you. So the question is, was it a win-win?
No, well, I thought before I did it that it was going to be a win-win, but then once it aired, it ended up being a win-lose. Like a lot of people started saying, "Oh, why did you even go on that show? You messed up your whole career. What is big serious? All these things. But for me, I try to again. Once it all came at me, I didn't expect it, or I really just wasn't thinking about it. I just kind of ran with it and tried to focus on the positive because there was a lot of positive that come from it, but it was kind of almost overshadowed by the negativity and hate. Like especially the first 2 years I did the show, you can't imagine how much hate, just judgment, and people just. I felt like the world hates me. I had a hard time with it, but now
Really?
a few years ago, and I grew thick skin, and all those people that really like take it too serious. I mean, it is reality, and for the most part, it was really my life, and I was really stuck in a crazy situation. But what matters is like what I made of it, that I got out of it, and that I did in the end set a good example for my kids, and like when I left the whole situation alone, and I at the end of the day, I feel strong, I feel powerful now that it's all over. And I have two beautiful children coming out of it. But like I said, there was positive and there was a lot of negativity. But I feel like now, after a few years pass, and people still follow me from that show, and they only know me because of that show, but they see who I really am. The book helped. I'm the other woman, but they really starting to see by following me on social media and just my life, who I really am, and that I'm not stupid and all those things that I would be called back in the day. I say back in the day now, like it's so long ago.
Did you start believing the things that they were saying about you, or were you more like, this is not me? Who are they talking about?
I was always like, this is not me, but you do get caught up and you get to like kind of like sometimes look at yourself like, damn, am I really what they say I am? People would say so many hateful things, but I actually what helped, I wrote a song called The Real Me, which is exactly about that, which helped me remember who I really am and not to take the judgment of people that don't know me. They just know what a TV show showed of me. And they don't know the real me. So I wrote a song about that. Yeah, next time I guess I can do that one for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I've always said, Amina, that reality shows break up relationships. Obviously, it had a horrible effect on your relationship. You ended up being divorced from Peter Guns. Do you think that was the effects of the reality show, or do you think that your relationship would have headed that way anyway?
I mean, it's partially true, but I feel like in my case, it was messed up anyway because it was so real. And no matter what, would we have not gone on the show, it would have still ended up this way. It was just bad. It was not for me. And now I can say that and realize that. At the time, I was just so in love. I just wanted it to work. But I will say for me, the reality show didn't break it up. It was a situation that was real life. Yeah.
You think the show expedited the divorce?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it just definitely added to the craziness, to the drama, and to my pain. It definitely added to it. That was one of the negatives.
Yeah.
That was the negative. But it also, I really don't regret it. It's crazy to say that now because when I look back, it's like literally every time you saw me on the screen, I was hurt, I was getting played, I was crying, something negative. So people had that image of me. But in my real life, when I actually did pack up and leave and started from scratch with nothing, no family here, just on my own with my two kids and raising them alone, I just feel so good about who I've become through that. So I'm almost thankful that I had that experience. I wouldn't be who I am now if I didn't have to go through that. So yeah.
Do you think, could you give your ex-husband props for putting you on the show and giving you more of a fan base? Do you think he's responsible for that?
Sometimes I've done that sometimes, because some of the things that I do that I was able to do even with my music after I ended the show, and just moving out to California, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wouldn't have done the show, just even financially and things like that. So, but that's a hard one because I don't know, one side of me is like, I have to say I was at an advantage to his other, girlfriend, Tara, because I knew what I was getting myself into, and she didn't. She had no idea that her boyfriend was married to me and all that stuff. So I knew what I was going to get into. I just ignored the negativity that ended up coming at me.
It's so interesting because when I talk to people who have been on reality shows and then they're off reality shows and I have an interaction with them, they seem like such a different person than who they were on the show. And I would imagine people seeing you crying all the time, mad all the time, miserable all the time would definitely put a certain image on you. But does it also make you look at yourself and go, what the hell am I doing? I've got to get out of this. Like, do you see yourself like I'm mad, crying, miserable all the time? What the hell?
Yeah, it did. But at the same time, that's all they show. Like, because during that time, I was definitely at a low. I was getting played out. It was all real. But then when the cameras turned off, there were other days when I was my real self. I was happy. I was doing that. They showed none of that during that time. So it was. But when you watch it back, it's definitely like a wake up call type of thing for sure. Like for me, it was every time I watched an episode, I would see things that I didn't know. I was like, oh my god, no, this gotta be it. And then you're in love and all that stuff. So I was definitely addicted, and I was weak for someone. But I just didn't ever feel that I was a weak woman, and that showed in the end. Where I'm at now and what I'm doing, what I've done, and where I'm out of it.
Amina, when people research you in the future, what do you hope they'll find?
Man, so now I'm aware that when you research me, even just on Google, it's all love and hip hop. So that's why I can't get mad. I can't get mad at that. I chose to do the show. It's what comes up, and my reputation back then, which is the stupid one, but the talented one.
But you have the chance now to, and it looks like you're doing that. You're changing the trajectory of what that was. So I guess my question is, based on you going forward and moving forward, if I were to look and I don't know, Google you 10, 15 years from today, what do you hope I will find 10 years later?
I hope find more about the real me, like more about what I represent, what I want to represent. I actually recently, I got to show you, I released my second book, My Dishes and More, which it's meant to inspire women and mothers to just become happier, healthier in their lifestyle, because I feel like I just kind of I came up with this routine for myself that has made me happy again. I didn't go jump into the next relationship. I spent a lot of time alone, just me and my kids.
Yeah.
And I really found happiness on my own after I got over the heartbreak. And I just want to share that with women. And then also on top of that, it's just lifestyle tips throughout the whole book about my fitness and all the stuff that I do. And I just, mainly still my music, obviously, that's my number one. And then just who I am, I stand for positivity now. I'm not a sad, just, weak little girl that don't know how to be a man. I wish that would kind of fade into the background a little bit more.